Welcome to the special edition of Davos Conversations. And the highlight of the trip, in a sense, has been the presence of US President Donald Trump. He met with a select group of business leaders last evening. And we are speaking with one of the Indian contingent, Dr. Anish Shah of Mahindra Group with us. Dr. Shah, thank you so much for speaking with us. You know, I have to start by asking you what Trump was like in that business leaders meeting. Was it as fiery as his address on the World Economic Forum stage?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here in beautiful Davos. Nice blue skies, very calm and peaceful. We hope the world becomes like this as well as we go forward. With regard to your question for yesterday, it was clearly a privilege to be there. It was quite a group of CEOs. You could take the top 50 companies or the top 100 companies in the world, and most of the CEOs were there, including Tim Cook and Jensen Huang and Satya Nadella and a bunch of others. It was a good conversation. The speech was, I'd say, a fairly good one with business. Clearly not anywhere as close as fiery as the earlier one in the afternoon. But more than the speech, it was the interaction after that. And there were a few of us that did get a chance to shake hands with him, and I had a brief dialogue with him on the Mahindra Group as well, which was a good, positive dialogue from our standpoint. Just very friendly. I mentioned I was from the Mahindra Group, and he responded, "Good group, very good group," and he clearly knew about us and said, "We need more like you." So it was a positive sign. We have been in the US for over 30 years now. We assemble tractors in the US. We have 500 dealers. So it's one that we're recognized for. We were also the first after 25 years to set up an automotive plant in Detroit for off-road vehicles. And it is good to see us being recognized in the US in some form. So it was overall a good experience. But more than this experience overall, Davos has in some ways regained its position as being the place where it's a platform for dialogues to happen. The spirit of dialogue is the theme for this year as well, and hopefully find solutions for the world. There were many other smaller group meetings which included leaders from other countries as well, and a number of others where business leaders were not part of. But this spirit of dialogue is one that places Davos back firmly on the map, and one that we clearly hope that, as I started, the world becomes as peaceful as the place around us today.
I make a very important point, because Davos in that sense was being seen as a playground for the global elite. Everyone comes to chill in the Alps for a week, but where other world platforms, international platforms, I feel maybe Davos has gone ahead. Did you get a sense from businessman Trump versus President Trump on what is happening with the India-US trade deal? Is there warmth there?
There was no conversation on the India-US trade deal in the discussion yesterday.
Do you get a sense that there is warmth between the two nations on a business platform?
That is our sense, and I am fairly optimistic that we shall get to some agreement. There's a long positive history across both countries, and beyond that, it is all about geopolitics, which I must say I'm not as much of an expert on.
Let's come back to domestic conversations then. You know, Dr. Anish, you and I have spoken in a car. Now we're speaking in the backdrop of the mountains, but some of the questions remain similar, because you run a very large group which has a huge footprint on the Indian economy, and we're speaking a few days ahead of the union budget. What do you think is the kind of messaging which needs to come in, especially as the world is in this phase of uncertainty?
The Indian economy is in a very good shape right now, and the actions that have been taken by the government over the past 12 months, more so the acceleration over the past 6 months, have really put the economy even stronger than what it was. We are seeing tremendous demand across automobile, tractors, our resorts, for our logistics business, for our real estate business. As you know, we operate in 70% of GDP for India, and we are seeing the economy in very, very strong shape. And I have gone on record saying that India will grow at 8% or 8 to 10% a year, possibly for the next 20 years. And we are seeing that happening at this point in time. So for us, it is stay the course. Continue to focus on CapEx, on infrastructure building, focus on the long term, which the last few budgets have, continue to maintain fiscal discipline, and that's all that the economy needs at this point in time.
In terms of impetus to industry, in some of the sectors that you are in, of course, there's already been the GST reform for automobiles, etc., that has helped. But in terms of more impetus to industry, what would you hope for?
At this point, a lot of impetus has been given.
Government's done what they need to do.
The private sector has to now do its bit. We have been adding capacity. We have been putting in a lot of capex. That needs to happen across more industries. As that does, the economy gets even stronger. And therefore, with a view on impetus, I would say the government has done what it has to do so far. The private sector has to do more now. In terms of ease of business, there is more to do. There has been a lot that has been done, but there is still more to do on that front, and that is essential because that will create stronger companies. And as we think about making India the manufacturing hub of the world, that's going to be a critical aspect in doing so.
In terms of what the conversations have been like in Davos for you, apart from the VVIP meeting with President Trump, what has been the highlight and what has been the biggest talking point? Let's keep the geopolitics aside. Has AI taken center stage once again? And adoption across various industries?
AI is clearly center stage, and there have been some very good discussions on how AI is being used. What are the possibilities with AI? Is it hype or is it just something that will transform all our businesses? So lots of discussion on AI, lots on geopolitics as well, how companies are coping with that, how are they facing challenges and responding to uncertainty. For us, it's also a great way to meet with many of our joint venture partners who are global, many of our investors, potential partners, and these are great meetings to have, great relationships to have, and something that just strengthens the Mahindra Group overall.
One message for the outlook for the Mahindra Group in 2026, and the core of that could be AI adoption, or the lens could be AI adoption.
So for us, it is again staying on track. We have done well. Our leaders and our associates have just put in tremendous effort and got us to where we are today. We are on very strong momentum. We are leaders in technology in many of the industries we play in, and it's important for us to continue to be a leader in technology. You will see more from us on AI as well, as we have been a leader in the AI front. We haven't spoken a lot about it because we typically prefer to speak after we've done something, which we shall do in this case as well.
In 2026, we'll see something exciting?
AI is about changes and transforming every process. So I don't see AI as something that is a huge big bang, a magic wand that transforms everything overnight. Each of our leaders has to own it, drive it. In some cases, there are incremental changes. In some cases, there are substantial changes. But all of it comes together to make the company a lot more powerful, a lot more productive, offer a much better customer experience, much better quality. These are all the factors we're driving with AI.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anish, for speaking with us. And enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.